Ocean's 13. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. In this video we are going to be reviewing Ocean's 13, which is the third and final movie within this particular Ocean's trilogy, and this time it reverts back to the well-known proven casino formula in the first film, and as a result it's a super slick movie. I mean, it's not standing ovation level like the first movie was, but it's miles better than Ocean's 12, and is a truly highly entertaining movie within its own right. And all of the male cast members return from the previous two movies. Catherine Zeta-Jones and Julia Roberts were offered the opportunity to come back, but they unfortunately declined this because they wanted bigger parts. But you know, that being said, all of the cast and characters across the three movies go on really interesting journeys in this particular film, which makes it really, really cool, and I cannot wait to break it down for you in this movie review. So from a storyline point of view, the thing that I really like about this movie is that they weren't just doing a heist for the sake of doing a heist. It was really integral with all of the different characters' motivations, and they were really linked into all of the different movies, which I think is really, really cool. So it opens up with the Reuben character, who's an Ocean's 11, 12 and 13 member, being cheated out of a casino development by wealthy investor and mogul Willy Bank, which then leads all of the Ocean members to reform and vow revenge on the Bank character by ruining his new casino opening, ruining his reputation, and also stealing all of his expensive diamonds as well. And the movie then explores whether or not these group of characters are going to be successful in doing this, and also has plenty of twists and turns along the way as well. Now, from a positives point of view, we are back in the casino area within Las Vegas, which is just really, really cool. This area really does exude loads of coolness and sophistication, and it really does come across really, really well in this movie. All of the humor between all of the different cast members is absolutely brilliant as well, and the ensemble piece of all of these group of characters being united and going on this little mission is really, really exciting as well. And also there are loads of different aspects within the casino heist happening in this movie. However, from a negative point of view, you could flip that into a bit of a negative in terms of there are too many aspects happening in this movie, and as a result it's not as coherent or as consistent as the first movie was, and also it just wasn't as slick and enjoyable as the first movie was. But you know, that being said, from a storyline point of view overall, this movie is actually pretty awesome from a trilogy point of view. So from a cast and characters point of view, like I said before, this is definitely where the movie comes into its own, as it's just got such a phenomenal cast in this movie, and they've got new actors in this film, which is really, really great. So let's go through them one by one. So first up, we of course have George Clooney, who is back as the Danny Ocean character. Still a very smooth operator in this movie, except this time he's got true purpose in terms of why he's doing what he's doing, as it's due to another member within his team, the Reuben character, being cheated by the Bank character, which really fuels his desire in this movie. And also I feel like this character, there's no scene that is wasted, as everything that he does definitely does come full 360 in this movie, which is really, really great. Next up we have Brad Pitt, who is playing the Rusty Ryan character, the co-lead and the partner in crime to the Danny Ocean character. I love the dual partnership scenes that these two characters have in this movie. You can definitely feel that they are a bit of a dynamic duo. But that being said, this character is also able to function on his own as well, and definitely does lead the film within his own right as well. Next up we have Matt Damon, who is back as the Linus character, and I really, really like the fact that this character is still a con man in training, and the growth that he's had across the three films is really, really great as well. Next up we have Andy Garcia, who is back as the Terry Benedict character, and I really like how this time he is somewhat part of the crew in terms of trying to cheat the Bank character himself, having his own motivations in terms of wanting to take down a fellow casino owner, and you don't know whether or not you can trust this character and whether or not he is truly going to try and outsmart the other Ocean members. Next up we have Vincent Cassel, who is back as the Toulon character, the main villain in the second movie, and he's back in this movie, and you don't know whether or not he is going to also double cross these characters. It seems as if he is on Terry Benedict's side, but you don't know whether or not you can trust him, and whether or not he is going to outsmart the other Ocean members. Next up we have Elliot Gould, who is back as the Reuben character, and I really like the fact that this movie is centered around this character being double crossed by the Bank character, which really means that this movie has a lot of heart, because one of the Ocean members is at its centre. Next up we have Al Pacino, who is the new Willy Bank character, the main villain in this film, and is a lot more layered than the Terry Benedict character was compared to him in the first movie. And he is also in this movie along with Ellen Barkin, who is also entering as a new character in Ocean's 13. We also have the brilliant ensemble Ocean's crew, including Bernie Mac, Don Cheadle and Casey Affleck. And all of these characters have really hilarious scenes on their own as well. And we also have a cameo appearance from Oprah Winfrey herself. So this movie truly does have a brilliant and outstanding casting characters in there. So from a visuals point of view, as much as I love being in Europe in Ocean's 12, I feel like this movie is really, really great as it goes back to basics and returns to a casino which is truly where Ocean's franchise really does make a name for itself, which means that this movie is truly slick, very exuberant, very smooth and sophisticated, and just really, really cool. And even though this movie was filmed quite a long time ago, it definitely still holds up today. And actually, I would even go as far as to say it's a bit of a cinematic masterpiece, and also adds some new technology elements in this movie which really allows it to be very differentiated to the first film. It definitely means that the characters can't do their same old tricks again, and they have to think of new ways to do this, and the way in which they do this with all of the different casino aspects just works super, super well from a visuals point of view. So from a comparison point of view, I really, really enjoyed Ocean's 13. I thought it was a really, really fun watch. Like I said, I don't think it's as great as the first movie was, but you know, that being said, I do think it's a lot stronger than Ocean's 12 and Ocean's 8. You know, certain moments did dip a little bit, but you know, that being said, it is still a really enjoyable and truly brilliant heist movie. So overall, I have to say I truly enjoyed Ocean's 13. I definitely feel like they used the world of their different characters that they were building across the trilogy really, really well. They definitely put them front and center. There was a true emotional connection with all of them, as well as having this brilliant aesthetic of a casino heist movie, which means it's really, really strong. And I definitely feel like it ended in the same way that it started, which makes it really, really epic. And so for all of those reasons, I have to give it a solid 7 out of 10. I'd love to hear what you think, so please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.